Hello, welcome to this Halloween hoop tutorial. We're going to go through and show you how to make quite a substantial Halloween themed design, all completely air-filled, apart from a tiny little helium element in the middle. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and show you straight through. So the base of the design, we've got a lamp stand. We've got 3 sections of the stand going up to about here. And then, as you can see, we've got progressively smaller clusters of 12-inch fashion black latex, bottom starting at about 7.5 inches, going down to 3 inches. All very basic stuff. Fill up your lamp stand as you normally would, and then that's going to create the base of the design. Moving on to the top section, we've actually got a Link-O-Loon hoop. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show how to create the actual sections and then move on to an almost completed one and then show you how to finish it. So to create the top hoop, we're going to make 2 chains of 14 in the Sempertex Fashion Black Link-O-Loon. These are just in 4s just to show you the technique. So you'll have 2 chains of 14 in this size, and then 1 chain of 14 in a slightly smaller size. What happens is the smaller one will pull the outer balloons around to create the hoop. You're also going to have what I call ribs. So these are essentially going to fold in together and lock the chain together. So the way to start is take your 2 bigger chains, and then the smaller one can go on top. Taking the 3, push the 2 outers into the gaps, and then we're going to bring the smaller chain, again using the first gap, and then bring the nozzles in. And tie them off. And once you pull that into place, that's the 3 chains are now locked into these ribs. You can trim all these nozzles off to make it a bit neater for the final design. I'll just show one more. So again, we're going to take the 3, move on to the next line up. And you'll see from the beginning that these will start to jump. So try not to skip one gap because you have to go back and undo it all. So make sure that you're sticking with the same size. And then pop that into the gap, and you can see, so you've got the 2 ribs here that we've tied in, and then these are your existing chains going up. Follow the rib pattern all the way along, and you'll get to a point where it creates the actual hoop. So we're now on the last section. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tie these in. So that's all the chains now connected in. We're going to bring in the final rib, and again, as we've done all the way along, we're just going to pull it in, and around those final pieces. And that now locks everything in place. It's quite a sturdy design. There are, when you're doing these in the larger Link-O-Loons, to make the arches, you would use 2 sections of the smaller ones to create the curve. However, in this design, just using 3 chains is absolutely perfect. Okay, to attach the hoop into the base, we're going to take a uninflated 260 with the air squeezed out and tied at the end. We're going to go 2 down, tighten a knot to secure it, and bring the 260s up to the top here. And then what we're going to do is take our hoop, and I'm going to make it nice and tight and secure it. And secure it in, and then what you want to do is get a single balloon in between the top 2 balloons of the base, and that will now hang or stand nice and freely. You can always add in another 260 if you want a bit more security on it, but in terms of connection, 1 is just absolutely fine. So we're now going to come on to the decoration side of it. What we've got now, we've got just a solid purple anagram orb and basic little cluster of 4 underneath and some monofilament line. And what we're going to do, this is helium inflated, we're just going to take the monofilament and run it down, and through that section of the links, and then we can just pull it into position just to center it between the hoop. And then just tie it off. You want to leave it a little bit above the bit so you can still get a bit of movement on the balloon. You can also substitute this out for some printed Halloween orbs, or what would be nice, you could put a vinyl message on the front of it. We've then got all these little extras that we can add into the design. This is a graveyard one. This one, all I've done, a bit of stretchy tape, scrap 260, tied into a loop, and then that will just go around one of the balloons at the bottom. We've also got this great spider's web. So what you want to do is just pull it out and get it into some nice thin strands. And just wrap it into the design wherever you feel looks best. I've got 3 pieces here. Move one at the top. And then we'll go one down next to the tombstone. And you've got the little spiders as well that you can just hook onto the bits of web. And you can dot the spiders around the design. I also quite like these little ravens. They come with a metal wire on the feet, which you can just carefully use to wedge in. There's 3 of them. You can pop them all around the design. And also to finish it, we've got these great shiny bat hanging display decorations. And again, they can just hang nicely off the side.